Yo, what's up, everybody? My name's Jake Demai. I have a fairly profitable bookkeeping business that I started I guess it was 2021. So about 4 years ago. I started in June of 2021. And it took me about a year and a half to get the business to be full-time. So I had to phase out of my full-time job. I had to build up a book of business. I had to find clients. I had to hustle. I had to get creative. I had to think outside the box. And eventually, guys, I got enough clients to be able to quit my full-time job. And initially, my goal was to make about $8,000 per month. I thought if I was making that much, it was about six figures. And I knew that I could support my family with that, and it would be amazing. And so I had this vision of having about 20, 25 clients, working 20 to 25 hours a week, and being there for my family, being flexible, being the best dad I can be, being the best husband I can be. And so that was my vision when I first started. And, thankfully, my business has far exceeded what I expected. I never thought I was capable of owning a bookkeeping business that would make this much money. Right now, my revenue is around $20,000 to $25,000 per month, and my expenses are about like $4,000 a month. And so I'm profiting about $16,000 to $17,000 per month, which is way more than I ever need. And so I'm really thankful for that. But I get a lot of people that ask me like how I got started, how I found my clients in the beginning, what were some of the strategies I had in the beginning. And so I want to lay out for you a few of the strategies. I actually have 10 tips for marketing, things that I did, things that worked, and things that I would recommend to you that you do. And then if you wait till the end, I've got a bonus strategy that I haven't seen anybody else use. And so if you stick around till then, you'll hear the bonus. And also at the end, I'll share one thing that you should look out for and not do. Okay. So we'll start with the first thing. The first and most obvious marketing strategy is social media. So if you're a normal person, you're already on Facebook, you're probably on LinkedIn, and you probably have like a network of connections. You probably have friends from high school, friends from college, coworkers, family members, people that you don't even know. And I would say, guys, like that is one of the best ways you can market yourself is being on social media. Facebook for me was really I think I had like 1,000 friends that I had accumulated. Not a lot, not nothing, but guys, that was actually a big driver for finding clients. I probably found in the beginning, because now honestly I don't do that much marketing. I'm doing this YouTube thing. I do LinkedIn. But that's really not for growing my bookkeeping business. It's really for helping other bookkeepers start their own bookkeeping businesses. And so in the beginning, guys, Facebook was huge. Just posting in the very beginning, like, hey, guys, I'm really excited about my business. This is what I do. This is why I'm excited about it. Just making it kind of personal, a little bit more transparent. And that can be hard. It can be hard to be transparent. I always tell people if you're worried about what other people think about those people. Is it your mother-in-law? Is it your father-in-law? Is it your parents? Is it siblings? Is it friends? Whoever that is, I would recommend that you just block them for a season. Block them so that they don't see your posts. Block them so that they don't have to judge you for what you're doing. That way you can post freely. And I 100% recommend that you block your employer, especially your boss. I would probably block your coworkers too. Because you don't want to get ratted out. Not that you're doing anything illegal, but you don't want people looking at you weird in the office. You don't want people questioning your commitment to your full-time job. And so, in my opinion, just keep people out of it that you work with and go all in on social media. So that's tip number one. Tip number two is your website. I think a website is really important. That the website is going to help set you apart from your competition. If you look up bookkeepers in the area, you can tell a bookkeeper who cares, a bookkeeper who's staying on top of things versus a bookkeeper who, maybe is a little bit outdated, older, isn't in tune with the times. And so what I would recommend is a one-page website, that's personable, that shows your face, that maybe even shows your family, one that shows maybe the, your services and the pricing, a little bit about you. Maybe you have like a frequently asked questions section. I have like a little video on mine that is like a welcome video for people that visit my website. It's kind of corny. It's kind of dumb. But you know what? It kind of works. I actually got a client that commented on me on that video and said, like, I just wanted to work with a normal person. And I saw that video and they said that they wanted to work with me because I just look like a normal person. So that's number 2 is website. Number 3 is get on Google Maps. People don't think about this very often. Get on Google Maps. I don't care if you don't have an office. Use your physical address, like your home address, as the physical location. You have to sign up through Google. But once you have that, then you can start getting Google reviews. And then you start showing up in your local area. So once you get Google reviews, you'll show up, like your website will show up, and you'll start to like separate yourself from the bookkeepers that have no reviews. You become a legitimate business in people's minds. I have like 25 reviews, which is like more than enough. I would recommend getting like the 5 to 10 reviews, and the reviews don't have to be current clients. If you're just starting out, it could be friends and family, maybe not family with the same last name, but it could be people that would give you like character reviews. People like character reviews that comment on your hard work ethic or your skills in accounting. Whatever it might be, like that. Those things go a long way, especially if it's 5 stars. And then the 4th thing, guys, is reaching out to CPAs. This actually, besides social media, this is the next best thing that you can do, especially if you have experience working at a public accounting firm. The CPA firm life if you have been. And you know that CPAs are drowning, especially like solo CPAs that focus mainly on tax work. These are the people you want to reach out. They're drowning in tax work already. And most of the time they get handed like a shoebox of bank statements, and they have to go through them all, and they have to do the bookkeeping themselves. Most CPAs don't want to have to do that. And a lot of solo CPAs, which there are a lot of them out there, they don't want to be doing the bookkeeping. And so they're happy to work with a bookkeeper. And if you can just put your name out there, that's a great way to find new clients. And then email marketing is the 5th tip. Email marketing, believe it or not, worked really well for me. What I did was I picked an industry, so I would pick like all the plumbing companies, and I would create a custom email. And this is before AI, before I could use ChatGPT to create a really nice email, which was probably to my benefit. But I created an email, and the email basically said something like, "Hey, my name's Jake. I'm a new bookkeeping business, and I'd be happy to work with you. I specialize in bookkeeping for plumbing companies, and I would be happy to give you a free estimate on what my cost would be." And so that's how I would do it. And I'd pick an industry, and I literally sent out probably over 200 emails. And one warning on that is if you send too many emails with an email address that isn't recognizable, you'll start to get sent to spam. So that's the one downside to that. So you can't use that too much. But I did find a number of clients from email marketing. The next thing, guys, is just networking events. I became a part of the local chambers of commerce, and I would attend that. Honestly, I didn't find a ton of success in that. I don't know why. I found that the chambers of commerce, was full of insurance agents and, bankers. And so I didn't find a ton of success in that. But maybe there's other social events. So my second tip is social events. Network events are good. I never found that one networking event that worked really well for me, but there are networking events that you can go to and that have business owners that go to them, and that's where you want to be. You want to be where the business owners are. But my 7th tip is strategy is social groups. So do you attend a church? Do you go to birthday parties for your kids? Are you going to those Christmas parties, or even on Thanksgiving? Like wherever people are gathering, make it a point to mention your bookkeeping business. Now, most likely, if you started your bookkeeping business, you're really excited about it, and you're going to tell people about it because typically you talk about what you're excited about. So if you are attending these social groups, then definitely talk about your bookkeeping business. Even if you're not talking to a business owner, most people know somebody who owns a business, and if you can get in their head, then you never know if down the line they run into a potential fit. And on that note, guys, I would say, when it comes to marketing, spread a wide net. Like spread a wide net because you just never know. Like it could be your grandmother who knows somebody that could connect you to a client. So spread a wide net, talk to everybody about your bookkeeping business, and just talk about how excited you are. You don't have to flex your accounting skills. You don't have to prove that you know what you're talking about. Just say that you're excited about it and that you are taking on new clients. So the 8th tip is a little bit of a challenging one, but it's door-to-door marketing. So if you grew up in an evangelistic family and you went to church, then maybe you've done door-to-door evangelism. like I have. So that this may be easier for you, but door-to-door marketing actually can be helpful. If you have business cards or if you have a flyer, go door-to-door in your local town or local city. I did that in my local town. It was kind of fun to meet business owners. It was kind of fun to just share a little bit about my business, how I can help them. And that's just one thing. If you have extra time on your hands, it can't hurt to just go door-to-door and find the business owners and go straight to their shops. The ninth tip is referrals. So referrals actually was a really helpful thing for me. Once I started gaining clients, once I got to like 10 or 12 clients and I was looking for more clients, I emailed all my current clients and I said, listen, if you guys can recommend or refer new work to me, I'll give you 1 free month of bookkeeping. And I had a few clients that were like really excited about this. And one client in specific recommended and referred 3 different businesses to me. And it was just like, it was such a great deal because bookkeeping, guys, it's monthly work. And if someone's going to hire you to do bookkeeping, they're going to have you for a long time. And so if you give away 1 month's worth of bookkeeping profits like that, honestly, it's a drop in a bucket compared to what the profits will be on that client in a year, because all of my clients are around $300 to $500 a month. And so that's like $3,000 to $5,000 a year. And so $300 or $500 one time is totally worth the investment. And then, guys, my 10th and final tip is patience. If you are patient, if you are willing to wait it out, and if you continue to hustle and get creative and think outside the box, eventually you will get the work. Honestly, I could have hustled more. I really could have. But because I was patient and because I waited, a year and a half later, I had the book of business that I needed. And so that's the biggest thing is don't give up. You will become disappointed at times because you're going to have leads that are not going to, pan out. You're going to have people reach out and you're going to get excited and then, it's going to fizzle out and they're going to ghost you. That's going to happen. And you're going to strike out. You're going to have sales calls. You're going to have leads that come to you and you're just going to totally, mess up. And that's okay. The key here is to continue to press on. Don't give up. Don't get totally disappointed. You will get disappointed, but don't give in to the disappointment. And believe in the vision that you had in the beginning. Believe in the freedom that is waiting for you once you get to where you want to be. And then, guys, here's my bonus tip. This actually is a good idea. And I totally came up with this idea on my own. So maybe if you're in a city or if you're in a well-populated area, there's probably co-working spaces that house small businesses that just need to rent one office. That's where I'm at right now. I pay rent for this office, and it's in a co-working space. One thing I did in the very beginning was I offered to do lunch and learns for co-working spaces, and the managers of these co-working spaces were more than enthusiastic about this idea. But basically, what I did was I bought pizza and I did a presentation on QuickBooks, and I ended up doing 3 different co-working spaces in the area. For one of the co-working spaces, nobody showed up, and it was a complete bust. But for another one, I had like 15 people show up. It was awesome. It was a great time, and I actually got clients from it. So this is an actual strategy that really worked for me, and that's the bonus strategy. So if you're bold, if you're willing to hustle, think outside the box. That was an idea I came up with on my own, but I'm sure there are ideas that are out there that I didn't mention. And then, guys, lastly, the one danger I mentioned in the beginning is I would highly, highly recommend not working with family and close friends. If it's somebody that you're gonna see more than once per month, I would stay away from doing somebody close to you. I would stay away from doing their bookkeeping. It's a little bit too intimate. It's a little bit awkward, and I don't know what it is, guys. But when you work with family and friends closely, you're gonna make a mistake, and it's gonna get even more awkward. If you want to work with family and friends, I would suggest just doing the work for free. Take the money out of it. If they really want you to do it, provide free tips, provide free strategies, maybe even do the bookkeeping for free if you really love them and you really want to help them. But I would not accept payment because it just gets a little hairy, and it gets, maybe in the beginning it's exciting, but I haven't found a lot of success in working with family and friends. So guys, that's it. That's all I wanted to share with you. I know I got a lot of people that ask about this, so I wanted to make sure I kind of listed all of the things out that I did. Obviously, there's a ton of other things that people do. But if you have any questions about anything specific that I did, or how I, maybe you're curious about what I would say at networking events or social media or social groups, I can also provide more details on that. But yeah, that's it, guys. I appreciate you sticking around. Like this video, subscribe to this video, because I'm going to be doing, I think I'm going to try to do at least 2 videos per week. And you can see I've got this awesome microphone now. I've got this awesome bamboo that I planted in my office from my backyard. So it's just, I'm all in on YouTube. I love it. And I hope you guys stick around. Thanks.